Hi, my name is Dawn Fryer and I am the owner-operator of Dee's Island Shack.
Hi, my name is Mike Metcalf. I'm a co-owner at McGillicafey's Pub and Eatery at the Hub of the Trent in Hastings, Ontario.
I just dove right into Facebook and Instagram, and that has proven to be extremely successful for my business because it's a lot of interaction. People are able to ask questions, hours, gluten-free, all that kind of stuff. And so I found that and word of mouth have been the absolute best for my business.
Targeting your audience through your social media is something that you need to look at as well, not just random posts or putting random words on a page. You need to target and think about who your audience is and really use social media to your advantage. Make sure that you're advertising and using social media on a regular basis, but not overwhelming at the same time. I
usually try to get a picture of the food if it's something that I don't already have on social media. When I put it all together in the container, I try to take a quick snap and then it's out the window. But what I find resonates with the people is just being in touch. So in the morning, I might post something and say, come and get it before it runs out. And I find that works. And people, because they've already tasted the food, they're reminded, oh, that's really good. I gotta go and get it before she runs out today.
We do a little bit of radio. As far as print advertising, we don't do a whole lot anymore, but if I were to give any advice on print advertising, it would be, if you're going to do it, you have to go big. Take a half page, take a full page. It's well worth your money to get someone to stop and look at what you've put on that page.
When I first started the business, I actually started with my team being two friends of mine. So they were friends first, and so I appreciate their input in everything.
For us, employee retention means honesty, respect, and trust. You can have perks and bells and whistles, but if you're honest with your team, if you have respect for your team, and if you trust that they're able to do the job that you want them to do without hovering over top of them, then you will get the respect back that you want as well.
Especially when it's something that I've opened myself, I want to be able to have fun, therefore I want my staff to have fun. So they really enjoy being there and interacting with the customers. And I think I do well by them by appreciating them with a very good salary.
Being open and allowing a set of ears without being judgmental is something important too. And a lot of times, any of that information that comes back to you will help better the business as well.
They're carrying my business. When I'm getting the food ready for people, they're the ones that are still interacting with the people at the window and keeping them entertained until their food comes out.
I think the two digital programs that I would say benefit businesses the most, as far as my business for sure, would be bookkeeping and it would be POS. And originally it was, writing out the orders on a piece of paper, taking it to the kitchen, putting it on a clothespin. It didn't take long before we brought in a digital POS system. And for us, that was a game changer. It gives you the ability to, on the spot, get information about your business that you don't have. When we put an order in, all of that information is there. So we can pull up a report and we know exactly what we sold yesterday. And the strength of the information you get depends on the more information that you program into that system to be able to get back.
We are mostly a cash-based business, and I found that has worked well. But going back to Facebook and Instagram, that has really been our digital marketing, because that's how I get info out to my customers, and that's how I deal with them individually for questions and answers and that kind of thing. When I get home, though, that's when I take the time to go through my social media and Luckily, we have not had not even one single bad comment or review. I feel very blessed. I am ready to answer those questions. I do not leave them and just let them go away into social media heaven. I do address that because I go back to the fact that the people are what make my business. So if they're going to give me comments or compliments, I'm there to answer either or.
The biggest thing for us has been just to really start to think, and we always have, but to really think outside the box. It seemed like for the last 18 months, every couple weeks, every month, there was something different that in the hospitality and food that we needed to change, we needed to adapt, we needed to make a pivot in order to provide. So at one point we were more a grocery type service than a restaurant type service. We took the opportunity and were able to start bottling some of our own signature sauces. We also started doing some more baking, so we did fresh baking out of the kitchen when we were back to mostly takeout, and we provided that as something that someone could pick up.
Dee's Island Shack is a relatively new business. It was a gamble when I decided to do it, not knowing exactly how the community would respond to Caribbean food. It just so happened that COVID hit at the same time, and it turns out that having a takeout food trailer was actually good during COVID because people didn't want to be able to, to have to go into a restaurant. So it turned out that it was a good time to open after all. I think the piece of advice that I would give to any business owner just starting up is do your research. Research, research, research. I had to find out a lot of stuff the hard way. Electrical inspections, city inspections, all this kind of stuff. So I would advise them, do your research. Ask around, make sure that you know exactly what you're in for before you go gung-ho.
Do what you do best, partner for the rest. You're in business for a specific reason, because you have an expertise, because you have a passion, because there is something that you really enjoy doing. You need to focus on that piece of your business and really do it well. And you need to partner for the others that maybe you're not so great at. You're not so great at bookkeeping, so let's partner and find someone who can do that.
I associate with like people, so that the people that are on my team are like me, so we have the same sense of values, same sense of team, same sense of how we treat people. And so I think because I'm relatable, my team feels like they can come to me. I'm very compassionate. I feel like I'm very extremely to a fault organized. I'm a little OCD, but I like that because then I feel like if it is my business, I take on the burdens of the things that they don't need to worry about so that they can take on the things that I don't need to worry about.
For me, you work with your team. If you're just leading from upstairs or in an office, that to me is not a leader. You need to be able to work side by side. Show that you've done this too. You're not afraid to do it, and you're willing to help when you need to help. The most rewarding thing for me in this sector is seeing people happy. When people come out for food, they're coming with family, they're coming with friends, they're coming to celebrate something. All those reasons are happy reasons why people come out to enjoy food at a restaurant.
Being able to introduce my culture, my heritage to a community that did not have it, did not know about it, and watching them embrace it, watching them, no pun intended, hungry for it, watching them enjoy it as much as they do, and their compliments and their comments, and just the fact that they're telling people come to the truck and they're like, we've only heard rave reviews, so we had to try it. That makes me like melt, because that's a direct correlation to me, because I'm the one that's making everything, that started this truck, that set the tone. Like, I'm the person. So yeah, that's really rewarding for me.